Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Monday, but it is like my Saturday, so I'm feeling really happy right now because I finally have some time to breathe and focus on what I love most, which is tarot. So I'm gonna get into, on this Monday, happy April Fools. I'm going to do I'm noticing there's some things on my card. The Capricorn reading. So let's see what's going on with Capricorn on this lovely spring April day. And the moon goes into Pisces later today, and it's there for a few days. So this is going to be a really good time to get in touch with your emotions and see what's happening for you, and maybe, I don't know. So anyways, I'm doing Capricorn reading. I have a Lover's card, a Page of Wands reversed, and a Six of Pentacles reversed. So some of you might be dealing with a Gemini, but also some of you might be evaluating your relationship status, your romance situation. I feel like there's an imbalance here, a lack of reciprocity in some way. With the Page of Wands reversed, I feel like there's a lack of desire to explore in one person's side of the situation. There's a unwillingness to be open-minded. I feel like an unwillingness to reciprocate in the way the other person is. I feel like there's not like this like trusting, adventurous spirit. There's kind of like a reserved spirit, I feel like, here. This is totally random, but as I'm pulling these cards, I'm just thinking about, it's kind of related, but well, you know what, I'll get into it if it comes up more in my reading. But just having some thoughts about energy and what kind of energy you're and I guess it's kind of related to the Six of Pentacles reversed, but there's a Five of Cups here, so some of you might be feeling sad, regret, remorse, looking at these like fallen cups, kind of stuck in the past, not able to get over things that have happened with your romantic situation. Some of you might have also been dealing, it just might have been a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo, like a young fire sign that things fell out with, and there was a lack of balance there, and you guys just kind of can't get over that. I do feel like there's some truth being hidden here with the Ace of Swords reversed. There's also some lack of communication that's clear and direct, I feel like, with some of you. Let's see. Capricorn for April. Wow, a lot of cards here. I'm gonna go with it though. We have a Nine of Cups and a Seven of Wands, a Page of Cups reversed, and the Sun reversed. It's weird because the Sun was on the top of my deck, and then, so some of you might, this is also a Pisces card as we're going into the Pisces moon today, like I said, so this might be related to that. And the moon is the opposite of the sun, so we're going into this Pisces moon period. But I also feel like there might be a Pisces in your life, or someone romantically who is in a very dark place. They're also kind of not able to tap into their childlike sense. I really feel with the Page of Cups reverse, the Page of Wands reverse, there's a lack of ability to tap into that, which is actually very odd because I'm a Capricorn and I've been feeling the opposite lately. But I've been actually really trying to cultivate a lot of my childlike qualities, but the Sun reverse is kind of like the opposite. So it's saying you're not able to tap into that joy, those things, like, I don't know, like as a girlfriend, you know, like for instance, like I was talking with my Pisces friend last night on the phone, and it was just a very like we're in our 30s, but it was like we were having a conversation, like, you know, when you're like two young girls and you're just like free and safe and happy, and you guys are just like giggling over things, and it's like you feel that child within you that just had no reservations about connecting or being emotionally vulnerable, or you didn't even question like people's motives or anything, like. But I feel like as an adult you just start to build all these like barriers, and that's what I feel like with the sun reversed, with the Page of Cups reversed. It's kind of like this inability to tap into that childlike wonder. And then with the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands, I feel like there's a lot of things that you guys really want, and you feel like you have to defend them. It's like you feel like you have to justify this to everyone around you. And this might be in regards to who you're choosing in your love situation. It's kind of like you feel like what's actually kind of coming to me is in the past you were dealing with someone who was deceptive, and it was an unbalanced situation, and there was a lot of heartache around this, and maybe things are changing and you kind of see growth in the person or in your dynamic, because the Lovers is here. Some of you also might be dealing with the Gemini, but you're like defending what you want to the world. Like, you don't owe anyone anything. This is your life, whatever it is, however you can find these joyful things. Like, don't let anyone interfere and rain on your parade. That's just the message I'm getting with that. So let's see what else I could come up with here. This is actually really cool because I'm in a coffee shop. Well, I'm in like a Starbucks, but usually it's like I feel like everyone's like listening to me and watching, and no one cares. So that's the wonderful thing, because I can feel like I could actually talk louder and be yeah. Oh my god, you guys, this is crazy. I got the Nine of Cups again. So this is like, I feel like your wishes are about to come to fruition. You're very emotional and filled with desire and passion, and like, even though it's not a fire card, it's like this overwhelming emotional attachment to getting what you want, and you kind of see it coming. I feel like it's coming and you're preparing for it, and whatever steps you've taken up until this point have brought you to this period where if this comes to fruition, you've manifested this. You cultivated things in your life to bring this. You've been actively, even if you haven't been doing anything actively, you've been spiritually and mentally manifesting this situation. You guys aren't trusting your intuition though. This is like, it's very frustrating because, like I said, I'm a Capricorn Sun, rising, Mercury. You guys are so, myself included, we're so like devoted and dedicated to what we want. Like, we are like a steaming train coming through, but I don't know, steaming train, but I don't know. I was trying to think of like the right words, like still haven't thought of them. But what you want is so sacred to you, and the thing is, you've not been trusting yourself that what you're doing is right. And let's see what the Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, like this is that you have been working so hard on this manifestation and so diligently. The Queen of Wands is here with the Hierophant reversed. This is so hilarious. I just need a moment to like. So the Hierophant reverse is telling me you have people in your life that are very authoritarian, and you don't even agree with their what's it called? Their ideas. And it's almost like a spiritual institution. Like if you're like Jewish and you're like, you keep going to church and you're like, gosh, like nobody understands me, like, and you're frustrated with the system, but it's like, don't go to the freaking church, like, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you're surrounded by people who have a value system that you don't agree with, and you're feeling like frustrated. And I feel like the answer to this is becoming this freaking Queen of Wands, and she doesn't. Queen of Wands does not like mentally fight with anyone. It's not Queen of Swords. There's no communication about this. There's no trying to get your point across vocally. It's an action thing. So you have to change your actions. If you keep stepping into a church when you're Jewish and you want to practice Judaism, leave the church. Like physically, like leave it. So if you're in a situation where you have desires and you want to do things, it's like if like you're going to the wrong there's a saying, like you're going to the hardware store for milk. Like, don't go to these people seeking confirmation of what you want when they're not on the same wavelength as you or have the same belief systems. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a reading because I'm having more clarity today than usual. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles is here and she's reversed. So this is you guys. Actually, what I'm seeing is, because Queen of Wands came up here, it's not, and Queen of Pentacles is you guys, and it's a good energy to be in, but I think right now it's more so about action and less so about practicality. And like, you don't need to be practical in this. You need to be confident, and you need to believe in yourself, and you need to show the world that you're confident about what you have been putting your pentacles into. And then the King of Wands is here, so I rest my peace. Like, this right here is like, if you want your King of Wands, you're confident, you have to be Queen of Wands. So I hope you guys got a lot out of this message. I know I did. It was a really, really solid message, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.